I would have had an Uncle Lonnie too, but I didn't know who my father was until I was 46.
So you know what? That's looking on the bright side.
Yeah, exactly.
Way to go.
Never got fingered.
No, I don't
by
mean
your
that he
uncle.
would have fingered me. His name would have just been Lonnie.
Well, you never know
Yeah,
that.
you're right. I can't. We shouldn't speak ill
Let's
of
say you
him.
dodged a bullet and or a finger. Okay.
You were a cute kid. He might have fingered you.
You're right. I was cute enough to be fingered. Everybody thought I was a girl for
Wait,
Christ's
did
sake.
they look at your face?
He did when he was shoving it into a pillow.
Ew.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
Casey, that was my volume that you're messing with, and it's like it's going wickle wickle wickle. It's like you're mixing.
Like DJ
yeah, that's
Casey?
me. That's me. I'm just plugged in the. It's completely gone now. Just turn it all the way back up. Yeah, that's great. It says everything's mislabeled right now. We're getting a new one of those, by the way. I tried to get a new one.
Ooh.
Okay.
Patreon supporters, if you ever wonder where your money goes, it's to a box about the size of a deck of cards.
And a new label maker.
That fucking piece of
A
shit.
Brother P-Touch Plus
yes.
Pro.
Oh, God, I love making
I
labels.
know.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys could
I figured these ones.
I
were
could
the
be
other
alone
ones.
on a Saturday night. What do you want to do? I want to make some labels.
just label some
This
shit.
is crayons. It's like it already says that on the goddamn
No,
box.
but not like
you don't
that.
need a label for that. I know.
Yeah, but loose ones get in there, like that's the whole thing. Guys, welcome to the show. This is Jarrett Goes to the Movies, and now I'm completely gone now.
Boy.
And now I'm completely back now. Man, we are having a time in here. Remember back in the day when Sean, when you first started, and the first 45 minutes of every show was trying to get shit to work?
I don't miss that.
That was 3 months ago. We were still doing
Hey,
that.
we've been doing. Sean's been doing a great job. I say we.
Sean's
like I do
killing
shit.
it.
I don't do anything.
I will say this though, and Sean will agree, and it's actually getting better.
Be better.
We use this thing called StreamYard from the interwebs, and the only reason we started using it was because of COVID and the fact that we had to figure out a way to be able to do this all remotely and stuff. And they just continue to add shit to that thing. Like, I don't know if they aren't at the forefront of this medium that they're doing or whatever, like people being able to do broadcasts from different places, then they should be, because it's fucking awesome. So if you're thinking about starting a podcast with people who aren't
don't recommend
around
it.
or whatever, like, man, we play our games,
Think again about your life.
all of our trivia games that we do with the various bands and all that. We use StreamYard, and it's great. Anyway, so you guys,
We're in no way paid by StreamYard to encourage its use.
Yes.
We're just a big fan.
Now, it's been a while. Since I could.
You're going to see that a bunch of times tonight.
Yeah, probably.
That's true.
We
I'm
haven't
excited.
been. We haven't done this in a while.
7 weeks.
Has it been 7 weeks?
It was March 23rd.
Oh, okay.
Last
So
time
it
we were
wasn't
here?
as long ago as I thought, but still, that's a long time.
That's a
While.
I mean, we're recording this on May 16th. Now, I will say this. The last one we did was long enough, and
my God.
I was intoxicated enough by the end of that we probably needed to take 7 weeks off.
I had to Uber home from that one.
Yeah, well, that was the idea in the first place.
I know, but there was a part of me that was like, I'll probably just get over there and hang out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not
No.
no. Now, Woody Chambers was here. He brought a designated driver. That was
Yeah.
smart.
His 9-year-old daughter.
Yep.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
did great, by
Oh
the
man,
way.
that girl can fucking drive.
Okay.
But yeah, that was great. So I hope you guys have enjoyed those Back to the Future episodes. Did anybody from the cast, did anybody listen to any of it?
I have not.
No.
What do you mean, Sean? You didn't listen
Why
to
would we do that?
I thought you were asking like after it's been released.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
We lived it, man. There's
Yeah.
no need to go back into that.
I think by the time we were talking about Back to the Future 3, I was about as drunk as I was when I watched it.
Were you drunk when you watched it?
Oh my God, shit-faced. Like we had a whole day over at Mark and Bonnie's house, the first day of their pool, and their kids were in town and stuff, and so we had this huge day of doing the hanging out. And so it went.
Oh, I left you there that day.
You left me there that day, and we ended up. And he was just like, Mark was like, "Just hang. We'll just watch it here." So we watched it from their hot tub.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It was awesome, but I was in no shape to be working. But I did. I had my phone out, making my notes.
Something about a hot tub makes me 4 times drunker than I was when I got into it.
That's a thing.
Or pool.
Yeah, well, beer flows like the wine
of Capistrano.
The sheep of Capistrano salmon.
That sounds right. Have you been doing anything in the last 7 weeks? Anybody? Do anything?
It's been pretty busy, man.
Did you learn karate?
I don't need
Underwater.
to know. I don't need to know karate. I know crazy.
Yeah.
But underwater karate, yes, I have. Baby, you trying to pop in?
Sean, would you email me the link? I'm sorry.
We still can't get her. We need to figure that
out.
A
fax number for you.
I have this weird feeling that if every time I open this computer, I didn't just put "remind me tomorrow" on the update, it'd probably send me the thing faster.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, you could just fax her the
I've been
QR
doing that for
code.
a solid 2 years.
You're on Mac OS
right.
Leopard.
Yeah, every
still.
time you pull it up, it says messages can't work, and you're just like, we need to update. And
I'm not kidding
It'll send them to me. I'll just take like 45 minutes.
If you asked me what OS I was running on this, I would have said Leopard or Snow Leopard.
Oh, are you?
Oh, yeah. I don't even know what I have. It's not even an animal anymore, I don't think.
What is it?
I'm on what am I on?
Oh.
Big Sur.
No, I have.
I am Big Sur. SUR. Big
Yeah,
Sur.
SIR.
Monterey.
Sir.
This is
Sur.
Monterey now, and it's purple. And
Well,
yeah, I got a new computer, and
God, you mentioned that already. Christ, we get it. You got a
Get
new
it.
fucking computer.
looks the same. Oh wait, you don't
it has
have
a "Don't Panic" sticker on it.
No,
cool.
it doesn't have Adnan did it on it.
it doesn't have what? Adnan.
Adnan.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have Adnan. I get 2 stickers on there right now, but I got a couple that I want to.
What's that other one?
Don't panic. It just
I
reminded
see that
me
one.
not
What's
to.
the other one?
CTM.
What are you trying to show us, Jared?
Clear Tune monitors, our new in-ear monitors that Bowling for Soup
yeah.
uses.
Oh,
And-
those are cool. Are those the ones that with the dog on Chris's?
Yeah,
Yeah, those are cool.
Chris has Sherman on one and Wally on one. I have the Screeching Weasel on one, and Milo from Descendants on the
What
other.
is the Screeching Weasel on Urban Dictionary?
That's a great question. Let's go look it up. Casey?
Let's
She's
find
already
Casey.
out.
There she
typing.
goes.
Already typing away, as you can hear her fingers going. Oh, man, I
can't
missed
wait.
you guys.
This is great.
Missed
I'm
you
serious.
too.
Is a great band.
Oh,
That's what it says?
Yep.
that's rude.
Interesting.
Awesome pop punk band.
All right. Well, there you go. They are.
The act of swallowing a lit marijuana blunt to avoid confrontation or arrest from police.
A Screeching
Oh, my
Weasel.
God. That's
There
a
we go.
fucking, that is a useful thing.
That's
Yeah,
a
but
really
it
good
doesn't
one.
sound very sexual.
It doesn't have to be. It's just
I
inappropriate.
thought it had to
think.
be, a woman cracks an egg and puts it in her vagina, and then you get a straw and suck it out,
man.
and then you spit it back in their mouth. The aristocrats.
Yeah. Ta-da! Now, we toured the UK. Great tour. For those who don't keep up with Bowling for Soup, Gary had to leave the tour early because he was not feeling well. We actually cover that on the newest episode of the Rockstar Dad Show, which you can, by the time this comes out, listen to anywhere you want. It is a extremely raw and touching interview, and I don't mean that in the way that like your Uncle Lonnie would want it to be.
Yeah, y'all didn't have sex.
At all.
Okay.
No, that day.
Well, that's how
With
you
each
lose
other.
listeners, Jarrett. So.
Well, he was very forthcoming about everything that he experienced and tells the whole story. So it's worth a listen. I probably in my top 5
Oh.
Rockstar Dad shows ever. And we've been at it for a while. So y'all can check that out. But anyway, I came home. I was home for a while, not very long, until I had to leave on a radio tour of Texas to go around and introduce myself to radio peeps. And
Howdy, I'm Jarrett Ray Reddick.
yeah, that's pretty much what I did. And I did do the Chuck E. Cheese voice for a few of them. It's it's such different interviews than I've ever done. Like it's very much like almost back to like Radio Disney, where I keep expecting them to go like, "What's the favorite thing your mom makes?" And I'll just be, "Oh my god, boy, I wasn't expecting that. Beef stroganoff, I guess."
Insults?
I mean, yeah.
Crippling anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But no, it was really good. And then I'm actually leaving for the UK again here in just a few days. So I'm jet setting for a while.
Oof.
Yeah, we're actually going to have quite a time trying to make content without having some days off. during the summer.
How different does it feel now? Obviously, you guys have toured for 25 years or so. Then
Yep.
you had to kind of forcefully take a year and a half, 2 years off.
Yeah.
So how does it feel getting back into it? And is it different at all? Or
It's definitely different. Like there's, yeah, I mean, because there's still friends of ours that are getting sick on the road and having to stop doing shit, so like they're having to take their, it's not 10 days anymore, but it's 3 days. It doesn't, like a COVID thing doesn't shut down an entire tour anymore, but it's definitely canceled some shows. So we didn't do any live press, tried to keep our world as small as we could. But even then, man, when you're on a tour like that with three bands, everybody's got crews and you've got drivers and you've got all the promoters and there's so many moving parts. There's just people in and out of your life. You can only make yourself, your world so small. We just did the best we could. And, but yeah, it's definitely different. And I mean, but people understand. I mean, like if you've seen any of the VIP pictures, it's like the
y'all
people
stand back.
we're
right?
like on the stage,
Yeah.
and they're standing at the stage, and it's like, sorry guys,
Yeah, this is as close as you get.
this is as close as you get, and it does say socially distanced photo in the description or whatever. And we only had a few people like get a smart mouth about it, but but we're also there are a few people in wheelchairs or whatever where they couldn't get to where we, so we would go.
I did not expect that.
Yeah. Nobody
That's
did.
hilarious.
Nobody did. No. So we would go around to the front and obviously go out and take a photograph with them. And of course,
Losers.
you're right. But yeah, it's been pretty damn busy. How about you, man? What have you been doing besides just making terrible jokes all the time?
I've been doing that, a lot.
Just by yourself at home.
Yeah. So I went to Ohio for Kelsey's
She
mom.
said she needed a break.
Okay,
there
so
it
here
is.
we go.
Yeah.
All right. So first of all, we're going up there for Kelsey's mom, who is getting married. And the whole family went, Dan and
Hey,
Kristen,
well,
who
that's
you
neat.
guys know,
Yep.
Kaylee and Justin, all the kids. We were at the Comfort Suites in Brunswick, Ohio. Took over the lobby area just kind of as our home base because about 6 of the families were all staying there. It was a nice time, and the
You
wedding
basically
was.
made it to where the person at reception couldn't just watch her stories.
Oh yeah,
Like they just want everybody.
She was trying to
"Please
watch
go
Harry Potter."
Go to your fucking rooms.
And we weren't having
so
that.
I can't watch so I can watch.
So about, it starts way before we leave for the trip.
Sorry, buddy.
Casey's popping another bottle. Casey's popping another bottle. It was a pretty
That was
good
right on.
impersonation of
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
I've sent you videos of both of my kids, the 7-year-old and the 3-year-old, singing "Come Back to Texas."
Well, and the great
Needed a
thing
break.
is the 7-year-old, I've been getting those now for 3 years?
Yeah.
Well, I guess 4 years because I knew you when
You knew me
when Greer was born.
And now he does like his impression of his dad's impression of you.
Yeah.
When he does it.
So at some
you
point,
fucking tainted it.
so
now.
we keep talking
good.
about
You said
how
taint.
we're going on this trip to Ohio, and then we get to Ohio, and we're in Ohio for Nana's wedding, and at some point the kids had sung that so much that Kelsey just looks at me and goes, "Since when did this just become like our family theme song?"
I love
Like
that.
this Ohio come back to Texas.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what? It makes sense, though.
It does.
It makes sense.
So the trip was awesome. One of the worst things happened to me, and I have intentionally not brought it up to
Hemorrhoids.
you. I've had those for years, so that is manageable.
Long car drive though, right?
Manageable.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we did fly into Detroit. Our arms were tired. Then we got you guys heard this Airbnb, right?
Yep.
Oh,
well, they
yeah,
have
I've
the
heard of it,
same
yeah.
thing for cars called Turo.
Oh, yes. Yeah. My
It
brothers
was
used it.
$1,000 cheaper for us to fly into Detroit and get a Turo and drive 2 hours from Detroit to Cleveland than it was to just fly from Dallas to Cleveland.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it was crazy.
It's hard to fly with a family now. I'm a bit of an airline and hotel snob, a bit, and so I will only fly on certain airlines, and stay at certain places, and I've always been like that, by the way. Like, that's not just something that I do because I'm famous as shit now. But it is fucking expensive to fly with kids right now, man. I mean, we're going on a vacation, and Emma and Everett are going, but Jack isn't. And he was like, "Hey, you think you can cancel the flight?" Yeah, buddy, don't worry about it. I can cancel it.
Not a problem. Well, yeah, you're right. It was traveling with checking 4 bags. Every kid's got their backpack. We've got our carry-ons. We're checking 2 car seats.
What airline did you fly?
American.
Attaboy.
All right, so
Baby.
So here's what happens. The first night we get to Ohio, we're there pretty early. As families start getting checked in, getting to their rooms, we decide, we go to dinner that night, and then we stop at the gas station, get some beers, gonna hang out down in the lobby. You know, the kids, Zoe was with us, so she can watch our younger ones upstairs, had all that covered. There's another group down there. We're just minding our own business. There's another group at this table, and they look like they're there for some sort of work, thing, but they are playing cards, and they're drinking, and just, have done their day of training or whatever. Well, I get super sleepy about 1 o'clock and just take off back up to the room, and Kelsey stays down there with her family. And the next morning, she's like, "You're not gonna believe what happened when you left." Well, what happened? Well, this group comes over, and they just want to start making themselves part of our group, and they're talking, and they're all in their mid-20s and kind of loud and whatever. It's and they start asking us about what we think about Aldi, the store. Aldi. All these people are district managers or store level managers for the retail grocery chain Aldi.
Yeah, and this is why you start texting me and Josh Good about
and my heart just
Aldi's nuts
sunk into just the bottomless black soul pit that exists inside of me, because how many motherfucking times have I dropped an Aldi's nuts in your fucking mouth joke on this show?
And you weren't there?
In
You weren't
real
there in
life.
person.
And
you
I
missed
got
it.
so drunk that I had to go upstairs, and these people, and I mean, God, the whole rest of that day, we had stuff to do, and the girls are getting their nails done, and we're, taking the kids to an arcade to try to keep
sorry
them.
that happened.
And you couldn't do anything.
And I just kept thinking about how rad it would have been for them to come over and start their little chit chat, and I would have been nice, and then they would have said, "What do you think about Aldi's?" And it would have been like, "What do you think about all these fucking nuts in your face?" or whatever. And
I'm really sorry.
I was denied
Roadhouse
the opportunity.
And they were in their 20s, so you wouldn't have even been threatened by them to do it.
It's
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
Damn.
if ever a time where everything that I love in the world kind of comes together in one magical moment, and I was just upstairs asleep, and it kind of put a damper
I will
on the
make
rest
sure
of the
that
thing.
you were in a focus group for an Aldi's at some point in your life for a
Yeah.
holiday or for your birthday.
Okay, that would be amazing.
Really special.
The only other thing about Ohio is that, contrary to a certain particular song, pop culture wise, about how there's nothing wrong with it except snow and rain.
Sure.
It did rain while we were there. That was not a problem. And if you're from Ohio and listening, this is directed exactly at you as a person. The drivers in Ohio fucking suck.
Even worse than here.
Okay, here's the deal. I think it was George Carlin who said, and I'll just paraphrase, that anyone on the highway who drives faster than you is an idiot, and anyone who drives slower than you is a moron. Well, everyone in Ohio is a fucking moron. They act like it's the first time they've ever been in a car in their entire life. Every single person. It's just, in Dallas, you know what to expect.
Yep.
If you're not driving 95 in the left lane, you will get run over, and that is your own goddamn fault.
You stay in the middle if you're gonna go the
you
speed
have got
limit.
to get
That's
over.
right.
And
Yeah.
if you decide you're going to stay there, you've got to live with the consequence of either someone right on your ass and whipping out and turning back in. But you just know
You're gonna
that
get
in
flipped
Ohio, it's just everyone driving 57 in a 65, and maybe you follow them for a little while and they're not going to be, and so you get over, and then they'll just kind of change 4 lanes at one time without a blinker, but not fast, not like
Nope.
I'm in a hurry to get somewhere, just like, I guess I'll just go ahead and get over your 4
I bet they're all like
lanes while
super.
I'm
They're all super
driving.
nice people, though. You know it. Though.
No,
Like,
they're
every
not.
Single one of
They're
them.
all,
not.
they're all
I don't think I've ever met a
morons.
mean person from Ohio.
This is the thing, though, is like, I wonder what that is about no matter where we go and no matter who comes here to visit. We always have a problem with the way other cities and states drive. Like,
California's scary.
like we've forgotten, we've not forgotten, we've all learned this method of driving that we do in this particular city. And if we're anywhere else in the world, people are fucking idiots, right?
Yeah.
But then people come here and they're like, Jesus Christ, people don't know how to drive here.
I get that it can be scary because it feels like an F1 race every time you get on anything that's not just a residential street. I get that. But I mean, I have been cut off and flipped off by someone in a big lifted, Silverado or F-250, but they still used their fucking blinker as they were going like 100 right by me.
That is
And
such a good point.
They just, put it on, yank the wheel, give me, a big fuck you as they go, and they go on their way. But these people,
Just congratulations, Brandon sticker in the back.
oh yeah,
Congratulations.
congratulations, Brandon.
Yeah, all that shit.
Can we start printing those?
It has been a while.
Just confuse people. Like,
that not what the
congratulations,
saying is?
Brando. Like,
Way to
it's
go.
fucking.
Is that not what it is?
It's way to go.
No, I
way
like-
to go, Brandon.
No, I like that. Let's
Damn it.
let's confuse everybody and just start making like
They're like, wow, he did it
like
Congrats, Brandon.
again.
yeah, like happy housewarming, Brando.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
And just make T-shirts
many-
and let's see if people buy them.
This is off topic, but how many fucking, what is it, way to go?
Way to go.
Way to go, Brandon tattoos do you think are in the world right
Oh
now?
my gosh, probably a embarrassing.
It's
amount.
let's
I
go.
bet
It's let's go.
Oh,
Brandon.
let's
Okay,
go.
let's go, Brandon.
No, okay,
way
now-
to go.
I'm in your
Way
camp
to
now.
go,
We fucked it
Brandon.
up.
Yeah, that's right. Way to go, Brandon. Yeah.
We're proud of you.
Here we go. What is it? What is the real?
Let's go.
Happy
Let's go,
birthday.
Brandon. Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Braden.
Brandon.
Mike from Florida says, "Happy Mother's Day, Brando."
Brando.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So anyway, that was Ohio.
Happy bar mitzvah.
Hey, how was your Mother's Day? Did you
Braden.
guys have a good Mother's Day?
I mean, for me, it was kind of shit.
Yeah.
We were in Ohio. It was the day after the wedding, and we.
I thought you meant because you're a dad, not because of your mom. That's
here's
the only
a-
reason I laughed.
Here's a off-topic question.
Oh, were you asking about my mother? I don't fucking know how her Mother's Day was.
Okay, now I feel like a dick, and I'm like,
Yeah.
terrible relationship with your mom.
Oh
Fuck
my
you.
Have fun
God.
crying.
That is not what I meant. at
You
all.
crying bitch.
But serious question. Serious question, Eric. Like you go to Kelsey's mom's wedding, is everybody like, okay, you guys must be next, you and Kelsey, like,
Well-
I bet it's time now. Hey, it's probably time to put a ring on it.
Yeah, well, she has a ring. I mean, she's had a ring for years, and she's had a new ring since then. We're just not in a rush. I think maybe Kaylee and Justin will get married next, but no,
Oh,
nobody.
they're not married either?
No,
Just everybody in that whole family
everybody is
just lives in
sinful.
sin, huh?
Yeah,
That's why your mom doesn't talk to you anymore.
probably one of the many reasons.
We figured it out, man.
Yeah,
Happy living in sin anniversary,
yeah.
Brandon.
Jesus doesn't love the way we sex outside of marriage
We had a
5
good,
times a year.
We had a good Mother's Day here. We went to Amy's, as is tradition now.
That is true.
And we all just the kids ran around
Got
and
drunk.
we drank some stuff.
Yeah.
Got fucked
Watched
up.
an F1 race.
That's right. Casey got into it.
I watched
a little bit.
it.
They
Watched
watched the
it.
F1 race. I watched the Mavericks outside, and yeah.
F1's got to be a little more. F1 F1. I don't know what that was. Why F1? F1's got to be a little more fun to watch than NASCAR, right? Which is just left turn after left turn.
No, I've always wanted to have a white trash bash at a NASCAR race.
No.
I think we should do that. I think it would be fun to
I
do
could
that.
drink
But I just
myself
think
so fun.
the actual sport of drive. It seems like once you get in the front in a NASCAR race, that should basically be the end of it, right? It's just a circle.
You got to do these pit stops. You know, you got to change your tires.
Get some peanuts for your Dr. Pepper.
Deodorant.
Full thing.
Ooh, that too.
Full thing. You got to chug a milk.
Are you that country? Are you peanuts in a Coke country?
No.
That's
Sprees. We put sprees in.
I feel like I
Coke
just
back
joke.
then.
I get the concept. I think it would taste good. I just know I would die.
Peanuts in a Coke isn't country. That's just old.
It is a country because that's what Barbara Mandrell
Absolutely.
says.
That's what I'm saying.
She was putting peanuts
They
in
called
her Coke.
They called her a country bumpkin for sticking to her roots. But we're all
She's
in a
glad in
country,
a country
where
where
we're all free to choose.
Hey, I was country.
Woo!
Country wasn't cool. He fucking comes out on that live deal and he blows it. He misses most of the harmonies. He's just fucking like
He's the possum. He's not. He's there to be drunk and fuck.
Me and Eric were going to do that for karaoke, and then the world shut down.
He comes in and like 90% of the harmonies are wrong, but 10%
I love that song. He fucking ruins it for me all the time.
No, I love that song, but in my adulthood, I go back and listen. I go, oh my god, he is fucking missing half of these.
Well, and it's such a kind of. It starts
live,
with the
it's
piano,
fine.
do 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 do, and then he just comes in like a wrecking ball there about 2/3 of the way through.
Fucking
Well, that was country.
Yeah, and everybody loses their shit or whatever.
hey.
And then just
Chill
He just
out.
got into it.
George
Jones.
did. Yeah, George.
Rest in peace,
Barbara
possum.
Mandrell.
Yeah, he's the voice. You know,
He
he's
is.
the fucking voice of country music. There's no doubt about it. You know, but
Agreed.
again, that's not his best performance. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know?
What is? Well, I don't know. Amy, how was your 7 weeks off?
Man, what a conversation that literally like nobody fucking.
I just don't want to talk shit about George Jones.
No, I think
Don't.
it'd be
Stop.
I think it's the put the wreath on the door or whatever. Like that's a masterpiece.
He stopped loving her today.
That is a masterpiece.
Yeah, because he died.
No, Master P is make him say
Na 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 na. Then he's like,
Okay, now I know what that is.
then he's like he's a
And he had a
pretty
little-
good basketball player.
Mr. T? Yeah, he's pretty
Master
great.
P.
Oh, thought we were talking about Mr. T. He
I
is a
die
great
before I fly, Hannibal.
Always with the flying. It's just a helicopter. Just a fucking copter. The Huey.
Hey, boy.
Why are we calling them Hueys now? They're choppers. You know what that's from?
Nope.
Johnny Five is alive.
Number Johnny 5.
He calls him, no disassemble.
No, disassemble. Hello, honey. What is for dinner?
No, why are we doing this in an Indian accent? Is that the way it is?
Fisher Stevens is in that. Me and Derek were talking
Is
about.
he
Me
Indian?
and Derek had a CEO day the other day, where we just we're our own boss, so we just took off at noon and hung out in the pool, and we were talking about that movie and how like if there was supposed to be a new one, but with all of the cancel culture these days, like. Would Fisher Stevens be able to reprise that role? Like, there's the whole Abu thing, right, with The Simpsons about like white dudes, you know, pretending to speak like that or whatever, which is just a fucking impression. You know, it's a whole thing.
The answer is no. You can do.
You can't do it. But I mean, if that was the role that he already played, right?
Nope.
Okay, wait. We're not allowed to do impressions of people now?
Nope.
Is that?
Not of anybody.
Not
Like,
anymore.
honestly, like you can't
You
even.
can do an impression of another white dude.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Well, man, I feel like that sucks.
Who is that? I don't know who that is.
Vanilla Ice.
My friend Reggie Brown that I went to school with.
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice did all the cocaine and.
Hey,
boat
I'm
sales.
Reggie Brown.
What was that fucking documentary we just watched for Vanilla Ice? Was with all
Cool
the
as Ice.
strippers and the.
Fucking great documentary, guys. It is called hold on, I'm gonna tell you. This is actually it
Odyssey
It was called To the
or
Extreme.
he rocks the mic like a vandal.
Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance. Yeah, that's it, right?
It's a speaker that booms.
No, something. Are you looking up or do I need to look up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. It must have been on a
Is it a documentary about Vanilla Ice, though? Is that what we're getting at?
Operation Odessa. And it's fucking great. It's essentially about this, like a mob guy. Relax for a second here. Jesus Christ. It's a mob guy and this fucking Russian dude.
In Midland?
No. And then this Floridian rich guy who essentially, they essentially try and they fucking try and sell a fucking Colombian mob a Russian submarine. It's wild.
Yeah, the guy like just moves here and it's just like, I want to make a bunch of money in Miami, and so he just like joins the mob and just makes a bunch of money, and then just buys a Russian military submarine.
But it's the weird, like there's so many things about
It's
this
so
story that
It's
are
a real story.
Yes,
Real-
they're literally interviewing people who are like still on America's Most Wanted list. Like they're literally like interviewing them in this documentary. It's
There's
so
a guy.
good.
There's the one guy.
And he's laughing at him like, "Hey, fuck you, come find me." Like it's so funny.
One guy has been on the run since 1993. He was like on America's Most Wanted. You said that,
Yeah,
right?
it still is in this documentary.
But he's like, and he's just like, these guys are fucking stupid. I was taking, I don't want to tell you too much.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's just the craziest thing in the world is when the Russian guy gets down to Florida, he buys a strip club because he liked the movie Porky's.
I buy strip club for
So he
Porky.
is. So he buys strip, but I go.
Hey, you're not allowed to do that.
Okay, sorry. He bought the actual place where that movie was filmed because it was a strip club, and he turned it into a strip club.
Did he turn the submarine into a strip club? That would be
Okay,
that is a good idea.
Rad.
He should probably call me for some ideas.
Because Amy got to go on a submarine, not a strip club submarine.
Oh my God, I did. Way to
We
loop that
all
around.
live in a strip club submarine, a strip club submarine.
I love
a
the
strip
melody.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Strip club
Amy,
submarine.
but since we've seen you, you went
I've
on.
lived
Thank
a
you for
whole life.
resolving the
You have, but I mean, you went on a crazy vacation.
I went on a crazy vacation.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't believe that we haven't been together for so long. But yes, Derek and I went on a cruise. We stayed in a stupid, ridiculously huge room on the ship. We went and saw a lot of islands and beaches, and it was amazing. We went on a submarine. We went on a special ops boat. We went on a hike, and we almost died.
Yeah.
I saw a mongoose.
Oh, wow. A real one?
Any naked beaches on
Eating
the
a
submarine?
sandwich.
No, they don't like sandwiches or apples. Weird.
They said that.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
They did.
Gotta be making that up.
Nope.
There's no way.
I'm not kidding. They do not
Hey, don't
like
feed
that.
these mongooses no sandwiches.
Okay, first of all, mongoose. Second of all,
Mongosai.
and then mongai.
Mongai. That's what I would have.
Okay.
But no, everybody had like snacks
Sandwiches.
and stuff in their backpacks, and they were like, no, they don't like apples or sandwiches. They like
Man,
nuts.
I feel like. No, I don't know. I don't know if I believe this story.
They like nuts and cobra face. You
That's
know?
true.
They just fucking eat the shit out of cobras.
Oh yeah, this is Ricky Tikki Tavi, right?
They like
Was a
they
mongoose?
like Aldi.
They probably
Oh,
do.
they
like
do
Aldi.
love Aldi. That's true. That is true. Well, I guess we should probably talk about the movie at some point, right?
Did we do that still?
We did discuss taking that part out of the show.
I think it would affect the name of the show a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Also, all right, why don't we try this? Just clandestinely, without telling anybody. We just say, hey, we're doing Flight of the Navigator 2 tonight. But then we just don't ever do it. And just see if anybody notices that we never talked
Oh, you
about
never
the
talked
actual
about
movie.
the movie. Yeah. Yeah.
We could all bring one YouTube clip that we saw in the last week that we just want to share with everybody.
Good idea.
You know, something funny that you saw.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't know. We can workshop it though.
Okay. Well, I feel like that's what we're doing. But guys, you are listening to Jarrett Goes to the Movies. We're happy that you're here to do so. Our podcast is 100% funded by our Patreon supporters. And my goodness, do we appreciate y'all. I was talking to another podcaster who does the same thing. And his whole thing was what the Patreon community and the community that surrounds his podcast has become. And I was like, yeah, that's because that's what happens here. You know, a lot of people go to shows together that have found each other through this podcast. I think we've had a couple of couples developed. There's been
We've had a Patreon supporter co-host the show, Greg Lee.
That's right, co-host the show, and lots and lots of fun stuff that goes, and that's besides the luggage tags, the chopsticks with your name on them,
beer steins,
and something else cool coming around the corner. I just do want to say a quick thank you to everybody who is a Patreon supporter. And speaking of a supporter or just somebody awesome, this is pretty crazy. Eric Dillo celebrated his 3rd anniversary with us on April 9th.
Hey!
Way to go.
3 years, dude.
Been flying by. I remember walking in here for Empire Records the first time, nervous and didn't want to say shit. Like glad you asked me to co-host, but I'm not saying thing.
Dick.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Liv is.
Well,
pretty
you
hot.
also made it a point that that you didn't really watch any movies.
I felt like that was part of the charm.
Yeah, and
initially,
it was good. Well, it was. It was like, well, you'll experience something new. All right, so back to Patreon supporters. We do have some new Patreon supporters, guys. At the $5 level, Shannon. Shannon. At the $20 level, we have Casey King and Paul. Storm the Castle Boyle. And guys, as if you didn't love him enough already, Jay Palladino went from $35 to $50. He will be on 5 questions very, very soon. So thank you guys. It does mean a lot. Please remember, any and all of your support does go right back into the show and just keeps us going. So we certainly appreciate it. This is something really fun for us to do, and we just really appreciate y'all. So patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. All of our producers, except for our head honchos, are at the $20 level. Our head honchos are David Dooley and Woody Chambers. They're at the $100 level, but there's only 2 of them, and they've held those. It's an esteemed position.
When I started, it was Daniel Cotton.
Oh yeah, he kept it going for a while too, didn't he?
And David Dooley.
You know who was one for a while? Tim Toole.
Tim Taylor, you mean?
No, Tim Toole. Yeah, Tim,
and Taylor.
Weren't you a $100 supporter?
Probably not.
No, I'm pretty sure you were, dude.
Fuck you, Rich.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck you, Rich.
yeah, he's still at that. He doesn't even, not even on the show anymore.
Well, I'm fucking drinking. What are you talking about?
All right, cool. Well, we'll talk to you next time.
This is the podcast.
All right, so I want to thank all of our producers who are at the $20 level and up, and they are Ad Craner, Amy Strongbottom Pittsinger, Andy Smith, Angie Thorin. Did I say Angie Smith? Andy Smith, Angie Thorin, Brian Mason, Brian Sullivan, Brian Dunning, Casey King, Shell Ordway, Chris the $12 Million Man Cranfill, Chris Jacobs, Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David Kendrick, David the Original Murray, Dennis Hopp, Denny Chambers, Diane freaking Small, Dom, Sheriff Baird, Petretta, Ernie Soulman McCracken, God damn it, Gage Stricklin, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg the Hammer Stevens, A Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast, Jake Miltonberger, Dr. Jason Aylesworth and Kidney Pete, Jay Palladino, Jeff Millman, Jeff Yeager, fucking Joe Barlow, Rat Pack, Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Josh Millman, MVP Kate Etro, Katie Gardner, Kim Frosting on the Beater Murphy, Kirsty Fisher, that is Les Zalewski, Lily Hollihan, Lindsay Sponsel, Lisa Winsel, Lucy Murray, Mandy Pretty, Melody Ortloff, Mike Leblanovitz, Rick Rochburns. Oh, sorry, Mike Rochburns. Rick Rochburns. Jesus.
He goes by Rick, but that doesn't make the joke as funny.
Mike Rochburns, Nick Brignoni, Paul Boyle, Rodon James, Rich Osborne, Robert Dirty Muffins O'Doyen, Ryan Clydesdale, Sarah the Undertaker DeAngelis, Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tom Murray, Trey Wren, Vinny, no fucking clue, 2 wins, Cataldo, that's a fucking mouthful, and a recent graduate of,
way to go.
I think he got his associate's degree, is that right? Or I don't know, anyway, he graduated from something. So,
good job, Vinny.
Congratulations, Vinny. Wendy Watsumoto, Woody Chambers, and Svi Hurst, guys. Give it up. We certainly appreciate it. Man, this movie is old. I really didn't put it together. I feel like it aged pretty damn good for it being this damn old, actually, because this movie came out in 1989. Comedy drama, which on the screen it said dramedy.
Oh,
on
I got this for free on Peacock.
Yeah, what did I watch it on?
Peacock.
It was because the little fast forward thing didn't work like it usually does.
No, you have to go
things.
down to
Yeah,
the
it's
yeah,
weird.
it took us a while to figure that out too.
We're going down, down.
Around,
And then to rewound.
and we can't fucking fast forward.
Why were you trying to fast forward? What the fuck?
I didn't say fast forward.
Oh, what did you say? Rewind?
I said rewound.
Oh,
Oh,
did
well,
I miss something?
we did. We had to rewind it, but well, Casey missed one reveal that I really wanted her to see.
Oh,
And so,
was it worth the payoff to rewind it?
Yeah, I think so. Parenthood, 1989 comedy drama, an hour and 33 minutes. I think that's wrong. Our version was 2 hours. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, we
Sean.
for sure watched the 2-hour version. 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb, guys. Let's give it up for Rotten Tomatoes for getting this right. 91%.
There you go.
91%. This is a moneymaker, guys. And this budget surprised me with 4 Oscar winners in this movie.
Yeah, but one of them hadn't been an Oscar winner yet. He was like 11.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Leaf. Yeah, his name was Leaf. in
Yeah,
this.
back then.
Yeah, Leaf Phoenix. $20 million budget, which would be $51 million today. It made $126 million, which is $321 million.
Success.
Today. Yeah,
Great success.
And this thing would have had to have syndicated. Like, it had to have been, like, on HBO and stuff, you know, like
spun
all
off
the time.
2 television series.
It did, right? Yeah.
20 years apart.
Do you feel like those are some way attached to this?
Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
none of the actors or anything.
The girl, so the girl who plays Taylor was in one of those shows that only lasted 2 years, and it looked like Leonardo DiCaprio was in it.
Yes,
too.
I read that. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So she was on that, but then she ended up going on like season 14 of The Voice, and she's a country singer now.
Oh, good for her. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Cassidy Pope.
And she's
Is that who it is?
also Curly Sue.
Oh, that's right, and she was Curly Sue.
Okay, I watched that season of The Voice.
That's a great movie, by the way.
Curly Sue?
Jim Belushi, Curly Sue. Good one.
Is that
Yeah,
who's
we
in that?
watched that too, Casey. I never put it together that this was that girl though from Parenthood.
That
But
girl.
yeah, that makes sense. All right, Eric. Now I'm assuming that you had seen this movie before because this seems like one of the ones your parents would have let you watch.
But I had never seen this. In
Never
fact, this
seen
came
it.
up on trivia the other night.
Okay,
We
and
were
that's why
going
we picked it.
around, and
Yep.
that's why you said, because you made a joke that I laughed at, and then I went, I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Oh yeah, I said, that's what little? Oh, your lower intestines.
Yeah, but I don't remember that from the movie.
Yeah, it's when he's
The-
Cowboy
his
Dan.
balloon
He's doing the
animal.
balloon.
Oh,
animals.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, if you're just joining us for the first time, Eric hasn't seen this movie, so he is allowed to look at the title and the picture of the movie poster, and then he tells us what he thinks this movie will be about.
Over to Eric
Pre.
synopsis.
Raising kids is a fucking pain in the ass.
Okay, you fucking nailed it, dude.
There he goes.
Wow,
But I mean, I already knew that.
that's
You know.
amazing. That's really good, dude.
Thank you. Sorry I didn't make it long enough for you to get a full wine pour
Oh, that's okay.
over there.
That's fine. I got enough. I got enough in there.
There's always more in the box.
That's pretty damn good, bud. I'm pretty impressed by that. Yeah.
I pride myself on being succinct,
Mm-hmm.
really never taking more or less words than it takes to get a point across.
Is that what
In
succinct
fact,
means?
I
Because you lost me.
feel
Because I
like,
definitely,
You know, I'm always just to the point, quickly, without any extraneous verbiage.
this is
or
a new good
words
bit where you use a big word and then you just in the same sentence basically give us the definition of the word, but in conversation. It's fucking great.
Okay, well, we'll add that to the list of bits.
I like that bit.
Over to Eric for his synopsis.
Identical twins Annie and Hallie separated at birth and each raised by one of their biological parents. Later discover each other for the first time at summer camp and make a plan to bring their wayward parents back together.
Oh man.
Pretty good.
Hey, have y'all seen the meme of I don't know how I missed this, but there's a meme of Lindsay Lohan dancing.
Lohan.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh.
And I had never, but it is really fucking funny. Like,
she
Is
a
she like
terrible
super
dancer?
fucked up and it's like recent?
it might be. She's
it-
like wearing all white and
Yeah.
she's like
Yeah.
up right in front of the DJ and
Yeah,
she
yeah.
is just going for it. And
Yeah.
it's like it's worse than like Elaine on Seinfeld.
What's wild about that movie is that like we know what happened to Lindsay Lohan. You know, she kind of went on to a successful career, but what happened to the other girl?
right? Yeah, you never know.
Y'all, I
I think
did
she
y'all
was
watch
killed.
the old one? Like I liked the old one. I used to
One
like
of
that
them.
when I was
From
a
like
kid.
I like the old one,
1960,
too.
with like Julie Andrews.
Yeah, like the
or-
Let's Get Together. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that was
a
like
good
I
one.
loved that when I
Me
was a
too.
kid.
What, Freaky Friday?
Oh, but Parent Trap.
Oh, Parent Trap.
The
Right.
original.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Freaky Friday. I was
Not everything's about you, Jarrett.
sorry.
All right, can I just
Sorry.
may I just take a brief aside just to talk about this thing that happened in Ohio? We're trying to find shit for the kids to do. We go to this big indoor arcade that's like a main event, but it's got go-karts and it's got a laser shooter game.
Was there a mouse that liked pizza? or-
No, there was no
Oh,
pizza.
okay.
There was a bar in the middle. It would be really
All
fun
right.
if you didn't have kids to go to this thing. So, of course, I buy each of the kids a $50 card. They do all the things they want to do. The thing keeps the tickets on the card. You go up to the front. The lady goes, "You've got 4,000 tickets," which, fine. So the kids, I want 3 ring pops and 2 Jolly Ranchers, and I want this. Why the fuck? Every goddamn time I go to one of these things, does someone in my crew need to get a Chinese finger trap? I don't understand
I'm a little
it.
envious.
I
None
don't
of mine want that.
understand who's making Chinese finger traps still.
Because they're fascinating.
Well,
There's
obviously
a
you-
market for them. I have paid in tickets for 100 Chinese finger traps, of which absolutely 0 of them could be found in my house right now. I don't understand.
Because you
I'm
break them.
so
You have to break
excited. Well,
Have you not seen Severance?
that's exactly what I was about to say. They've come into my life recently,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
Chinese finger
Is
traps.
it with penises?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, but I found out the hard way that if you tried to jerk off into a toilet paper roll, that it basically functions the same way.
What?
Yeah, I like put when I
Your
was a
cock
kid.
is that big to fill
It's
up
super-
a toilet paper
No, it's
roll?
small, but it's like that wide. Yeah, it like gets stuck in
What?
Me and
Yeah.
my friend Lauren tried a
I could
Chinese.
probably
I'm
fit 2 of
confused.
mine in
We
there.
Chinese finger trapped our tongues one time, thinking that'd be funny, and it was terrifying.
there. Yeah, that does sound
Yeah,
bad.
It sounds hot,
No.
kind of.
It wasn't.
No.
We were kids. It was.
That doesn't
They
make it
weren't
any
long
less
I mean,
enough
if
to
you were
touch.
9.
We just thought it'd be funny.
Yeah.
And then it's like the panic of like trying to really figure out the logistics to be
No.
like, are we fucking stuck forever?
Yep.
Like,
Oh my god!
And then
Yeah.
you got to cut the middle of it, and you're like, oh, don't get my tongue.
no, we figured out we just had to smash faces to like.
I gotta say, I know we don't talk much about television on this show,
Yeah, never.
but Casey's aunt told us about Severance, and it's the fucking guy from it's my name is Derek and I can sing high. I haven't had a carb since 1990. It's that guy
Oh,
from,
yeah.
from
Step Brothers.
but he plays it's fucking dramatic as shit. And god damn, that show's good. Me and Casey watched the whole thing in 3 days.
How many
I'm
seasons
jealous.
is this?
One.
Fuck.
See, I'm really envious of that because I can only have time to watch like one episode, maybe the whole.
Because
thing.
you have to get
I
up
almost-
early in the morning.
Right.
I almost advise you to wait till the second season comes out.
It's pretty. It's a
Kelsey and I
fucking
can't-
bummer when you
Okay,
get to
don't
the,
say
Okay,
anything.
I know.
We
I know.
can't find
You watched
anything to watch that isn't just 1 season or 2. We watched this Winning Time, the LA Lakers thing, which I
Oh, was
highly
that good?
recommend. Oh my!
And you get to see a lot of winners,
Kelsey
right?
would not let me watch it while she was away on
Yeah,
Sunday
Case.
nights.
I heard this is amazing. This,
I'm-
but you get to see a lot of winners,
and she
right?
doesn't care about basketball
what is it?
at all. Winning Time,
I wanna
the
see
LA
Winners.
Lakers.
It's the story of the 80s
You're supposed to watch
Lakers, right?
Euphoria if you want to see wieners.
oh, so
Yeah.
both.
Anyway, I need something that's got like 8 seasons, 9
Oh,
seasons.
Grey's Anatomy.
No,
Wait a minute.
I'm
No,
not
no,
watching
you
that.
don't want that.
I
you
do
never,
want
you never
that.
fucking catch up. Fuck that. Like, that's the reason I don't watch those
We
shows.
watched Shameless all 9 seasons in about a month.
Grey's
Oh
Anatomy.
my
You'll never catch up.
gosh.
We fucking bailed on that about season 8.
That's what we should have
I'm probably
done.
gonna start watching that while you're gone because I have nothing to watch.
It just goes to dookie.
It does. But
Like once she leaves,
we were invested.
yeah.
And whatever.
Well,
but like
you should watch that show, but I would almost advise waiting till the second season's about to come out because it is so frustrating that just like I had to wait like a year.
Have you watched? You probably did because you're such an Office dork. But that show with him in it with
Space Commander.
No, Jim is in it. It's like
The Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan.
Oh yes.
No, I haven't seen that.
Dude,
Good. There's 2 or 3 seasons.
there's at least 3
The
seasons.
Tom Clancy.
It's so
It's
good.
gotta be right.
Fucking great.
Okay.
He's so beautiful.
Check it out.
He's a beautiful, beautiful man.
Yeah, I like
they
him.
really dumbed him down in that show because he didn't look like that.
Oh yeah. Well, in with The Quiet Place, he was all.
I haven't ever seen
he's
that.
all bearded.
He looks wonderful in that movie.
Yeah.
We should do that
We
for the
found
podcast.
love.
You can watch Bridgerton.
Oh my gosh.
You can watch Bridgerton.
Clips.
You watch
It'd be
you
like-
watch Bridgerton yet?
It'd be like Sweet Cheeks
No.
pulled the clips.
Very pretty sex.
I'm into pretty sex. Is it like European?
No. Not
like
everybody pees on people. It's just
medieval sex.
It's like the Mr. Darcy times, Jane Austen times.
Okay.
But modernized and very pretty people just doing it.
Taking off corsets. and,
Yeah.
so particularly. Okay. I'm into that.
Yeah.
that's how Lady Chatterley was when I was a young lad.
Yeah, there's some ladies in there and some dukes and stuff.
Lady Chatterley's lovers. She was.
And every season they get new hot people to do it.
Wait, have we discussed Peaky Blinders? Have you seen that?
No. No. I mean, we've discussed you saying Peaky Blinders, eh? Or whatever.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty
But
good.
that's it. That's as far as we went with that. I don't think Kelsey could handle the violence.
Okay.
It seems pretty violent, right?
Bridgerton's kind of cool
Oh,
because it does actually have a storyline that's kind of interesting, kind of gossip girly, but like not
Is it English accents?
but not like so thick you can't
Okay,
understand.
can understand.
because
Very modernized,
man,
and the
No,
music's
you put-
cool because it's like all like string quartets and stuff, but the music's modern, so you can like actually recognize the songs. I think that's
Like
kind of cool.
Maroon
Okay, I like that.
Uh-huh.
Like from Moulin Rouge.
Yes, very similar as far as the music, and
Uh-oh.
very like aesthetically.
Wait.
Yeah,
I feel like right now we're talking to George.
Yes,
Like,
yes, yes.
What is it? Wait a minute. What's the hair
Moulin
like?
Rouge is a
there-
great example because it's very aesthetically similar too, as far as like the colors and the hair and the stuff.
What about the cheek? I
Motherfucker.
like a nice cheek.
Yeah.
Is there? Would you say there's a rosy hue? There's a hue.
I'm out. Did that sound like him?
No.
All right. Well, anyway, 3 Buckman siblings attempt to raise their children, each in their own different style, and deal with the joys and sorrows that the process brings.
Well, there's 4
I
Buckman
thought
children.
there were 4 of them. Yeah.
There
One
are
of them's
4.
not really raising his child.
No, that's true. But that's the whole
Okay,
point.
fair
Was
enough.
that's the whole thing? Is that his dad is like, I shouldn't have had 4, and he's probably said that his whole life, and now all of a sudden he's having his 4th.
Uh-huh.
Like that's a big.
It's
fucking
too many.
Deal. Yeah, might be.
It's too-
I don't know. There's some good 4th children out there, right?
Hank Williams the
I'm
4th.
counting. How many children does everyone have?
Only 3.
I don't think we have. Do we have anybody like in our
I think I
group?
say I don't think we have 4 children. I was like, oh fuck, do we?
What?
Well, we don't have a 4th that we know of,
That lives here.
but it'd probably be. It would be.
Had.
It would be a new 3rd child.
It'd probably be a new first child. Let's be realistic.
That's a good point, actually.
I've just been sitting around waiting for my older
Oh my god,
stepchild to
Yeah,
show up.
built-in babysitter. Oh, hey,
Like, hey,
it's our
pats you on
friend.
the head. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Man,
Did you do your homework?
nice to meet you. Well, can you buy me beer? Like,
this is. I'm glad we did this. This is one of my favorite movies. I've seen this 1,000 times.
This piece of shit?
And again, I think it aged really well. Sean, let's cue that first clip. Hey, if you are watching us on Facebook, we will bid you guys adieu. And feel free to come join us on Twitch or on YouTube. And otherwise, we'll see you next time. You can listen to this episode anywhere you listen to podcasts later on down the road. So we'll go to the clip. We'll say goodbye to the YouTubers
Bye.
and the Facebooks.
Bye.
You don't talk like a kid.
Yeah, well, I'm not really a kid.
You're not a duck.
This is a memory of when I was a kid. I'm 35 now. I have kids of my own. You don't really even exist. You're an amalgam.
A what?
A combination of several ushers my dad left me with over the years. I've combined them into one memory.
Why?
This was a great symbolic moment in my life. My father dumping me with you. It's why I swore things would be different with my kids. That's my dream. Strong, happy, confident kids.
That's great. That's great. You know, you got a lovely family, and I'm a goddamn amalgam.
Gil?
Who's that?
That's my wife.
Nice.
Gil,
Yeah?
the game's over, honey.
Yeah, flashbacks.
35.
35, I
Yeah,
know, right? What did you say
seriously.
that he looked? He's 42, you
Like
said?
42 or 44, I think.
44,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Thank
Casey,
goodness.
your point was when you saw her, you're
I
just
was like, God, I
it's-
do need preventative Botox if that's what 35 is going to do.
Well, you said when you saw her, you're just like, oh my God, like that hair from back then makes her look older than she is now because she does look really good.
Yep.
Yeah, she looks better in Step Brothers and
she
The
does.
Proposal than she
Oh,
does
that
here.
hair is awful.
Well, she does.
Voice is a little off-putting.
I don't think so. What is her accent? Because
I
whatever
agree
it
with
is,
you.
I like it. I
There's something to the. It's kind of
It's almost
got
a little whiny and cracky. Yeah.
that she always does, which I thought was just her pattern of speech for living in the Wild West in Back to the Future 3.
Oh.
But no, it's just her actual voice. And I've seen her on Curb Your Enthusiasm
Yeah.
a few times
oh yeah,
since
she's great on that.
this. But
Ted Danson.
Also,
It's a little
Step
weird.
Brothers, What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Yeah, she's from Arkansas,
Oh, that makes sense.
but
maybe
that
that's
doesn't
it.
sound like Arkansas.
Well, because her
she's,
parents are cousins.
She's from that movie we do every year. I can't remember what it's called.
Groundhog Day.
Oh, that one. Yeah,
Groundhog Day.
yeah, that's it. Groundhog Day. These nuts.
She's like from Arkansas and then like moved to Manhattan. So she's just got a weird thing going.
Yeah, that will fuck up. That'll fuck up anybody's accent.
It was about 12 seconds after this scene that I paused it and said, Eller, come here. And had him listen to the diarrhea songs.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing, because,
Right.
and he just thought it was great.
Everyone had their own versions of that, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's
mine, was
the thing
not,
is-
mine was not baseball related. Mine was
No.
you're sitting on the pot and you feel something hot. Or
Really? No,
you're-
we're on the
Yeah.
bases.
You're
No, most
swimming
of
in the
mine were
pool.
baseball.
Baseball.
Really?
No, ours weren't baseball. Yeah, there were definitely things like that.
Ours was all baseball. They're sitting in the dugout and your pants are going to give out, you know. But why did he skip second base? What was second base?
Because nothing rhymes with second.
I feel like we had one. I know first, pants are going to burst, diarrhea. And a second. And you.
You're just
It
making
comes
up.
when you least expect it.
That's exactly what it was, yeah. That rhymes great.
There you go.
When
Way
When
to
you're
go.
going into home and your pants were filled with foam.
Foam.
Foam. Yeah,
Ugh,
third,
don't like
big
that.
old turd.
Yeah.
Foamy diarrhea.
It's like a poop
No, ours was
cappuccino.
definitely just a never-ending thing. I don't remember it being.
Yeah,
like a,
it was
wasn't
just
like
anything
a set
you saw.
Yeah, you just said that. It wasn't like a song.
Yeah.
Me
I'm,
and
I'm on Team Casey.
did y'all
Yeah.
have like a bunch of different
Yeah.
things like that though
Bring back the
in
shirts.
life, like where you just had little stupid poems and stuff that you said all the time, like
Yeah, that's how I got through grad school.
Probably.
Really?
Oh, mnemonic devices?
I had some really dirty ones.
Like
yeah,
what?
like what?
The facial nerves. I can't remember it now. But yeah, that one was nasty.
Did it
You
have
just
to do
made
with-
one up, huh?
touching things, feeling things. Felt good. I don't
But y'all didn't have like shut up, and then you'd say
I don't shut up, I grow up. When I see your face, I throw
yeah,
up.
or shuts don't grow up, prices do. Take my advice and shut up too, you know, or
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
I feel like the golden age for that shit was
or like remember
our
going
age.
down the highway doing 94. Eric let a big one and he blew me out the door. Wheels couldn't take it. The engine fell apart. All because Eric let a supersonic fart.
yeah, we had that.
I like that one.
Supersonic.
That's-
Boom.
Me and Scott Campbell had one called the Shit Machine, and for some reason the chorus to it was "Let's Rock" or whatever it is by Jailhouse Rock. So it was like, one dark night before Halloween, around the corner came the Shit Machine, throwing shit all over the place, hitting everybody in the face. So let's rock. And then the second verse was like, that machine attracts so many flies, hitting everybody between the eyes. So let's rock. And we just ride our backs around, just saying shit and fuck. And, you know,
I'm glad everybody laid out so Sean can pull a nice, clean version of that for future reference.
God, there's so many
Look for
of
the
them
new
now.
Bowling for Soup album out
Shit machine.
really soon.
Oh, man,
Shit
there we go.
Machine featuring Tin K large.
There was like ones though where like I didn't even know what any of it meant yet. You know, like there's a bunch of those. Like we had one that was Beverly Hillbillies. Like, come and listen to my story about a man named Jed.
He had a lot of hair, but not on his head.
Yeah, and one day he was shooting for some food. Right around the corner came a redhead dude. No, Texas style. That is, no clothes on. Well, the next thing you know, old Jed was in bed, fucking the hell out of that redhead.
Yeah.
Granny came in with an 8-foot pole.
Shoved it up Jed's tired asshole.
Oh my gosh, I never heard that one.
Well,
That one I've never heard.
You are bringing it back, yeah.
Yeah, see, I mean, there's just a million of those fucking things where we just had, like, you just saying that kind of shit all over the place.
Well, I think it comes from the tradition of the On Top of Old Smoky songs, right? And then you just turn it into, any old
covered with shit,
Yeah, I saw my poor grandma,
and she showed me her tits.
Yeah, whatever it was.
There it is.
Those things were, I'm just making this one up. Those things were so floppy, they hung to the floor.
I saw my poor papa.
Yeah.
Open the door.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we fucking did it, guys. That's how that kind of shit was born back then.
No pun intended.
All right. Did we watch the clip yet? Oh, yeah, we did. All right,
we watched
so, 35. Now, them walking through the parking lot, though, is the perfect example of, like, this day and age parent that wouldn't just say, hey, everybody pick one thing from the souvenir shop. He'd be like, oh, you want a pennant? Well, then each of these kids should get a pennant. Oh, you want a blow up bat? Mm-hmm. Each of you gets a blow up
foam
bat.
Finger.
We're all getting a foam finger, because you don't want them to fight over it later. Now you're just like, hey, fucking, you can pick. These things cost $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, no kidding.
You and Dad's already had $12, $17 beers.
Yeah.
So we're out of money.
Those nachos were a car payment. Yeah.
Also, I pulled up to park and they wanted $35
that is true.
in
I feel
cash.
like whenever we do things, it's like first kid that eyes one thing, everybody gets that one thing.
That's so true.
Yeah. Well, and then one mom takes them like when we went to
well, not even like one kid per family. Like whenever it's like all three of our families go somewhere, it's all of our kids. Like we try to make it to where it's their idea that they all get the same exact thing,
and it works perfect.
It works
every time.
Good. Yeah. Medieval times was like that. Everybody got to pick their own light up weapon.
When you said earlier that this movie held up well for being from 1989, it's just because everything that happens in this movie still happens today. I mean, not everything, but just how complicated everything is on a daily, hourly, minutely basis of
being a parent.
When Amy is packing up kids to go to baseball and, we're here and we don't have cleats. Or when you're just going from school to tutoring to karate and it's that thing for, Greer's in dance and she's in gymnastics and they each have these outfits, but but which one is clean and which one is the one that goes with this? And then I send her to gymnastics in the blue dance leotard, just everything all the time.
Yeah, it's
and it stands the test of time. It's the reason why this movie holds up.
100%. They didn't try to, reinvent the wheel. I mean, it was just, hey, here are things that happen. Like even baseball, like the way that they overdid it, obviously, with the kind of not much if you go watch Henry's team, but they overdid it a little bit with the parents.
Oh, the baseball.
and like they've got Ron Howard's brother there that's like yelling at the kid or whatever, like, what, he fucking sucks or whatever. And obviously all that's exaggerated. And I think I will be honest about something. I was an 80s kid, not far removed from when this kid was playing baseball in 90. So I would have been probably 8 years before that in Little League, right? And kids would just fucking tell you sucked back then. Like they're not allowed to do that anymore.
Did every kid hit the first ball that was pitched to them in outfield?
Yes. No.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. We had a man fucking have to be like physically removed from a building whenever it was playing like kindergarten soccer because he was losing his shit at our tiny kindergartner soccer player child. Like, I mean, people
Parents
are
got
crazy.
up off the bench or whatever, and I literally had to go.
I kind of stood up, and he just went, cell phone cameras.
Yeah, cell phone cameras. I'm like, we can't be involved in that. And she's like, it's our kid. The coach is taking care of that, and if anything happens to him, we'll go figure it out. But
our kid's safe over there.
I can't fucking be on that video.
Yeah.
You know, like that can't fucking happen. And but yeah, you're right. I mean, it does. It just, again, man, back then you would literally have where it'd be like the kid that would be going up. They'd be like, "Can't somebody else bat? He can't even fucking hit."
Yeah.
And they don't. They don't goddamn do that anymore. You know, like kids have come a long way in that regard.
In the wrong direction.
Some. I don't know. I think it's okay to be encouraging, but man, Casey showed me this fucking video of this kid that obviously couldn't hit a baseball, and he's in his game, and we see these all the time. These kids, that they can't even swing a bat, but like they're there for fun, and it should be fun. And I want Everett's team to win, and yes, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, fuck, this kid's up, but at the end of the day, that doesn't fucking matter. But his parents are going, choke up on the bat, choke up on the bat. And he gets 2 strikes. And they're like, choke up on the bat. And the catcher stops the pitcher, helps the kid choke up on the fucking bat, and the kid hits the goddamn ball.
It will make you cry.
I mean, it is just
it's like, and all the parents are like, well, that's the sweetest thing ever.
And everybody is just like, whoever that kid's parents are, like, you goddamn did it,
100%.
Jeez.
But I do feel like there's more of that. Well, I don't feel like, I can tell you from experience, there's more of that exists. So in this cancel culture and us all being too sensitive, there's a positive aspect of it, at least, to where everybody's at, because you do see more of that shit. That did not happen when I was a kid. Nobody gave 2 fucks whether that kid hit that ball or not.
Well, you can kind of extrapolate this out to even high school now, because we watch movies that are set in high school in the 70s, 80s, whatever, and it's just kind of a free-for-all of just everyone's kind of a dickhead.
Yeah.
And now the cool kids are all National Honor Society kids that
it's
are
like the 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, they're volunteering. When he walks in.
You gotta 2-strap it.
Yeah.
So it's a different, I mean, yes, the proliferation of kindness is great, but I also think there's something to be said about being publicly humiliated in your childhood that is a character building experience.
I think kids still get that, though. I think everybody is still.
If they come around me, they sure do.
No, but in all seriousness, I think kids still get publicly admitted. Is there an issue with this whole like everybody's a winner thing? For sure. Absolutely.
Okay, when adults complain about that shit,
they're the ones that did it.
We're the ones who did that. The kids didn't ask for everybody to get a trophy.
Those kids are all
did that.
Participation trophies.
Not we.
Fuck that.
I don't fucking believe in that. I'm the goddamn like.
But what I'm
You're
saying
the generation that gave the kids the participation trophies.
That's what
You're
we're saying.
the generation of
I'm saying
kids are going to be soft because they're all getting trophies. Yeah, who's giving them to them?
What I'm saying is maybe, but I don't agree with that. I don't think that that's a fucking thing.
I'm not saying that every adult on earth agrees with the situation. I'm just saying you can't blame it on these kids.
All I'm saying is I got a big blue soccer trophy, and I was not good at soccer.
I'm saying I don't even think every kid should get a turn every fucking game. That's what I'm saying. In football, when you've got 30 different kids on the team, not everybody's going to get to fucking go in every game. And I sat that bench and I enjoyed it because we goddamn won because I wasn't in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess if you suck and you know that, then that's fair.
Yeah, I was a professional bench warmer and I was very good at rooting. And all the starting people thought I was just as cool as I would have been if I was on the field anyway.
Probably cooler.
I didn't fucking
you
need to be
fucking
there.
Everything up.
No,
out there.
I'm fucking hilarious on the sidelines all the time.
Over there with your hands
Oh,
under
just
your...
the farting and all of it, man. I mean... all of it. But yes, I realize this could be a fucking rabbit hole, but man, this is fun, guys. I really am glad that we're back to this.
Abbott hole?
Abbott hole. We'll get there.
Oh, an Abbott hole.
Yeah, we'll get there.
That motherfucker.
Speaking of wheelchairs,
Ew, gross.
Shut up. Jesus Christ.
Him.
All right.
As a person.
Back to
Actually, just quickly, this is an interesting example because today Everett is supposed to have belt testing for Taekwondo in a couple weeks. He's behind on his little stripes he has to get to qualify. And he came out of his class today mad. And he said, well, I didn't get a stripe today. I said, well, I guess you're going to have to miss batting practice tomorrow and you're going to have to show up again tomorrow. You're going to like do that. He goes, I have to go back again tomorrow. I go, well, like
maybe this is
do
why
you want the stripe? I mean, like, you got to show up if you want the thing. And he's just like, well, I didn't know I'd have to go again. And I'm like, well, you're going to have to like make a decision.
Yeah.
And he had to sit there and think about it. I'm like,
but I can understand wanting things without working for them.
he's got, yeah, that's the thing.
my whole
Hold on.
life.
I do have to say in the exact same making of that lesson though, Casey, had to talk with him because he had done this assessment test and essentially he just skipped all of the word problems because he didn't want to fucking sit there and read the shit, right? And he's insanely good at math. Like that's his shit. He actually really enjoys it, but he doesn't want to sit there and read the stuff. And then in the reading, he kind of was skipping around and some things. And so he basically got put into this thing where they're like, we've got to get his reading better. And Casey's
His
like,
reading's fucking fine.
his fucking reading is fine. He's like been reading at a 5th grade level since last year, like the kid is fine. So anyway, she just says to him, like, what is the deal? And he takes it, says, I don't know. She said, just do your best. And if you don't know it, just guess and move on to what it is or whatever. She goes, yeah, but do you realize that if you don't try on this, that's why you have to go do this thing?
Yeah, so now we have extra reading homework every night. So because you didn't want to do the thing that you didn't want to do, guess what we have now? More of that shit.
Thing.
And guess what happens? Now I've got more work to do. And every time that we freaking have a late baseball practice or a game that goes till 10 o'clock and something happens, I get the freaking passive aggressive note home, not you.
Yeah.
And so he
went and did his follow-up test.
Figured it out.
And guess what he got? Off the charts. And they're like, wow, look how good our reading program works.
It's so bad.
Kelsey said he was an absolute joy to, Kelsey's in graduate school. Well, just got her master's degree.
Woo!
Yay!
And
does she go to school with Vinny Cataldo? I'm trying to figure out what he graduated from. I couldn't figure it out.
No, unless he's in the master's degree program at UNT.
I'll ask him.
Child,
Kate, if you're on here, Kate.
Whatever she does. But she has to proctor these assessments because she's going to be a diagnostician.
Oh, gee.
Oh, that's what my mom is going to be at the age of 75.
Well, that's awesome.
Hey, Vinny's on here right now. Vinny, remind me what you graduated from so that I can give you a shout out.
This is how.
So she finished it?
That's fucking awesome,
Yes,
dude.
and so she had to do some testing, and when we ran through all of our family and didn't have anybody left, we hit you guys up. You were out of town, but Everett participated, and she said he was a total joy. I said, well, they always warn me that he might be a little flighty.
Bouncy. I always say bouncy.
She said, no.
And he does like new people.
Hello.
Though. He does like new people.
And again, it started with the math, and by the end of it, he spelled house with ink with like a Q. I don't know. He was like, out of here.
Well, Vinny hasn't answered me yet, but anyway, congratulations, buddy. And I did see your post, and I'm really proud of you. So to me, this one is one that has happened to me multiple times where he just goes, hey, do you want to throw up? And she just goes, okay. She's like, what are you doing?
Do you feel like you need to throw up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And she's just like, she goes, why aren't you helping? I'm waiting for her head to spin around.
This happened to your family fairly recently, Amy. It happened to my family fairly recently. And I think, it's one thing if you're just grossed out by throw up to the point where you just can't stomach it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And for me, it's not really that as much as it's just, why don't they ever just throw up at 5 in the evening when I'm on tile?
Yeah.
Or outside. Yeah. Why is it always...
Tile sucks too because the grout.
Why do they wake up in the middle of the night to do
Feeling
it?
like P. Diddy.
Or just on, I guarantee you, if we got a new couch delivered, they'll just get sick on it within a day.
Yep.
Well,
after eating hot Cheetos.
Yeah, it's just a weird
car sick fat kid.
It just kind of puts a damper. I mean, they don't feel good, so you want to take care of them physically, and if they're kind of bummed out.
Overgrown man.
Oh yeah.
But I can control that shit.
What?
Can control my throwing up?
No, you threw up
just the one. You're right. You're right. Okay. Which is crazy because my friends and people who have worked with me for years talk about my control and how I could be like, I'm cool. I just need to get to the next stop or whatever. But yes, you're right.
I don't think you could have even tried to get it the places that you got it.
Oh my God. That was the worst. I drank a full cold water, like 24 ounce Wild Gear cup, 30 ounce.
Brag about it.
On the way, and when I projectile vomited trying to pull over, it was still cold.
Oh,
which I'm going to be honest is better than warm.
It's refreshing. I would assume
it's like whenever I was drinking a bunch, like when I first started drinking, like the early days of Bowling for Soup, and I was a little bit out of control because I had really I didn't really know how to control it. I just hadn't drank before. Really. And so I would always eat pancakes at night because if I threw up the next day, it tasted great.
Yeah, like maple syrup.
It tasted fine.
That's
honestly.
not what you ate that night. You ate something with pinto beans in it.
Oh,
Chipotle or something?
They came up whole for sure.
I would have had Everett by myself. So what would we have eaten? I don't know.
Taco Bueno. Jinx, you owe me some Coke.
That's not out of the question, actually. Yeah. That was bad. And so, for listener, if in case you don't know this story, I'll fast forward it. But Casey was actually out all night that night, ended up staying with a friend because she's smart and doesn't.
No, I took her out for her birthday in Dallas.
Well, that's what I mean. Oh, and y'all stayed in a hotel.
We stayed in a hotel in Dallas.
That's right. But when she came home, she was obviously hungover and expecting me to be, not in the shape I was in, and I was in such bad shape. And I really do think I had food poisoning because I was in bed for 3 days. And I'm never in bed.
3-day hangover?
I'm never in I don't get like in bed sick. Like I just don't get that. And so but I wake up from a nap and she had gone and cleaned the whole thing up for me, man. And that is a special woman.
My one of my sisters-in-law and her boyfriend fiance live a couple doors down. And so one day while I'm out in front of my house fertilizing or whatever fucking homeowners do.
What you will.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're taking a big old dump in your yard.
Fertilizing. I see him out there with they got a Jeep Cherokee, all the doors open, and some SUVs just have like the back row that you can just take the whole thing out. And just set so that was out. And so was the middle seat. Like full on take a socket wrench, unbolt those motherfuckers.
Wow. Oh,
and I go down there and go, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And I had my hands on my hips, and I was just standing there
it's the
in
suburbs.
his driveway.
We
what
gotta
the
do
fuck?
That. Yeah.
Yeah, I called a couple neighbors to come out and
y'all got to come see this shit.
And he's like, "Well, we were bowling last night, and somebody inside got sick in the car on the way home, and it was everywhere, and to the extent that he had to unbolt the seats from the car just to get everything clean in there that he had tried earlier." And it wasn't going to cut it with just Clorox wipes and paper towels.
You got to take it.
So
one time when I was in high school, I got so like high school party red punch drunk.
Oh yeah.
And got driven home in the back. Like I was in the back seat of like a 3-passenger van, and I already get car sick, and I like vomited everywhere. And it was like the summer, and this guy was supposed to go on like a 3-day road trip like the next day, and it's summertime.
Oh.
And fortunately, one of the girls that was in the van with us was on so much ecstasy that she was delighted to clean the whole thing up that night.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
She spent hours like detailing that car.
You got to have that one friend.
Every once, man, I stepped in dog shit one time on the tour bus.
So lovely.
And I had to leave my shoes outside, and our sound guy back then was Derek. and he was real shit faced or whatever. And he goes, "What happened, man? Oh, you stepped dog shit? I already cleaned that off your shoe, man. You're fine. They're great." I'm just like, oh my God.
I do sometimes think if I could develop a tasteful crystal meth habit,
Wouldn't that be nice?
one that wasn't going to
Mess up your teeth in your life?
send me off like the Mighty Ducks kid or,
I just
whatever.
don't know if that exists.
Right. That's what I'm
Is there
saying.
a healthy amount?
You can only find out
I
if
think
you
you
try.
have. I think you got to go the.
Yeah, you're a pussy for not trying.
I think you would have a classy cocaine habit.
I can't afford to have a classy cocaine
that's
habit.
the
That's
thing.
the problem. There's
Not with that
I
attitude.
want to do so many drugs, but
For the listeners, I don't have one. I'm fat. If you want to check.
it's just none of them are really like accessible in a way that's going to work for my lifestyle.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
One's too expensive. One makes all your teeth fall out, and all of
I'm
a
really
sudden
big
you're
about
not-
skincare.
What's the one that makes you lick your lips a bunch? Because whatever Tommy Lee is on or all the time or was on,
Molly.
he just licks
Is it
his
the
lip.
Molly?
That's the messy
Sounds like
ones.
maybe you need to branch out and make your own.
Yeah.
What like
You could do
mushrooms? That
Your dad's got a
That
workshop.
just makes you see colors and
and
have
people say it
deep
tastes.
thoughts.
I've thought about like microdosing LSD, but then like would I ever?
I've
even
thought about
notice?
microdosing like Tums recently because I'm fucking having some indigestion
Just
issues.
a constant flow of. Tums.
This is a neat new development in my life. I got my very first AM/PM pill organizer,
Hey!
and not for anything fun.
Yeah,
I'm
bummer.
really excited.
Yeah,
But
because it got really confusing on which ones I
fiber
should
in
take
the morning,
when.
and
Yeah.
antacids
I
at
finally
night.
needed organization because it's gotten to that point, and that's what my 30s are looking like.
Yep. No, that's a
And none of it's a tasteful cocaine thing.
big
Yet.
deal, though. You're absolutely right. The day that
you
you're
get
in
that,
Walmart,
yeah.
and you don't even just need the one that keeps track of your daily
Yeah.
shit, the one that needs to be separated.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
what a big day.
But Jared likes older ladies, so it's feeling all right.
Here we go.
That's what I tell her all the time. Like, you're growing into me.
Yeah.
Get her some compression socks.
Some sass
Oh my
shoes,
God,
and you'll
I
be
fucking wore compression
ready to go.
socks on the flight to
That should hurt.
man. I mean my
No likey?
no, my calves like at the top, like under my knees were so sore.
How
like
sore were they?
They were so sore that anyway, but like sort of the touch. Like I couldn't fucking like they couldn't touch each other.
Were you prescribed to wear the?
No, I just thought it'd be fun to do.
Did you get the copper infused ones that
no,
cure all the?
I didn't get that.
whatever?
I honestly, I fell for a Bombas
Just
ad.
get up and walk around. Like
I know what to do.
You're
I've been-
afraid of deep vein thrombosis
I've
or
been
whatever?
doing this long enough to know what to do, and I just I was weak.
Sucker.
I saw a
What
Bombas
fucking
ad.
You had a
sucker.
weak moment. It's
I did.
okay.
It fucking happens to me. These goddamn ads. They're
did you get the Tommy John ad recently? Did you get any of the new stuff?
Got new undies?
well. Here's what happened with Tommy John.
Uh-oh.
They stopped making the ones that I like.
The ones with the extra large ball sack holder?
No, they still have that.
Okay.
It's
The one with the
a-
built-in toilet paper roll.
Oh, I would wear those.
Yeah, I don't think they have that actually.
For your penis.
Anyway, I still wear Tommy John, but I just have a different.
I think it's Sean John, isn't it?
Fubu.
You wear a lot of FUBU.
Um,
And Sean, it's Sean John. That's P. Diddy's thing, right?
oh, you
Is
know
that
that
not Fubu?
I am talking with. You
That's Draymond Green or whatever his name is.
no, the guy from
Shark Tank.
From Shark Tank. He is. There is a 90% chance I've got him booked on the Rockstar Dad Show.
What?
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
It's
crazy.
fucking cool. Yeah, I like full on conversation happening with his assistant, and we're just trying to make it work because I'm insanely busy, and so it may just have to wait till the fall. But
How are
That's cool,
things going
though.
with David Kirchner?
David, oh my god,
You know what's so funny is I went to his Instagram and he had 2 posts ago, he had his actual fucking schedule just out, and I was like, he really is fucking really good. A lot of shit
He
going
is
on.
kind of busy.
no, he's working
Just
3 days a month.
The idea that
No, it's
anybody would have you seen my schedule is
Yeah.
just such a weird thing.
Send him
to say. I don't want to
yours.
get.
Send him yours.
I don't want to
Send
get.
Uh-huh.
I want to get into one of those Thomas Ian Nicholas
That's right. I
situations
was
where
waiting to
we
see if you were gonna
just
catch
this
yourself.
fucking piece of
It
shit.
would be
cocksucker.
funny, and then that dude.
Yeah, I don't want that.
How that fucking relationship has turned out is bizarre compared to me getting on here and just talking
You
shit
should
about.
you
Thomas.
should print out your schedule and just go, here's mine. These are the days that would match up.
Oh
Looks
my
like there's
God.
2 this year.
I think I'm just gonna. I honestly, if I've learned anything from Thomas Ian Nicholas, it's hey, give that 6 months and follow up, and you just never know. He could be like, oh fuck, this sounds great, whatever.
I know, and then you guys will be best
And then he's
friends
buds,
forever.
and then he'll spend the night.
Just
and then
be
he'll be
the best buddy
that ever could be.
All right, let's get through the rest of this clip. Obviously, some really interesting character development with Patty, who's just this little girl getting a pep talk about math and French and whether or not she wants just a normal college life.
I am not used to seeing Rick Moranis as a complete kind of douchehead.
I know, but weren't you thinking the whole time, like, maybe this is why you got the shit beat out of you in New York City?
I was wondering, yeah.
Somebody saw this movie and they just saw you on the streets going, I'll just beat the fuck out of this guy.
Is this from a different movie or this?
No,
really
that happened in real life, like just a few years ago.
Yeah, totally. No, he's
he's apparently a sweetheart of a man.
Yeah, and someone just walked up and just beat the shit out of him. There's a video of it.
Yeah, just beat the shit out of him. And then the dad is at the get together and he goes, hey, Gil, whose wedding was I drunk at? Was it yours or Helen's or Suzanne's? And he goes, all 3. Oh, yeah. Okay, so which one did I punch the band leader?
That was mine.
That was mine, yeah. Good stuff, man. All right. I did want to comment on where she goes, because this is, again, they had to have made this in like the late 80s. So this whole concept of power eating and bringing your own food had to have been super new, right? I mean, and then it's like we have friends, and our friend Ty, who was a competitive bodybuilder. Oh. And like anywhere we would go, it'd be like time for her to eat, and they'd have to stop, and Chip would have to go in and be like, "Do you guys have a microwave?" "No, we don't, sir." "Well, I mean, do you have one in the back, like in the break room, that I can just go warm this up or whatever?" And it's just like such a pain in the ass.
And it's just lentils and grilled.
It's like
chicken's heads,
mostly.
And whatever.
I think she mostly ate ground turkey and rice, and. Yeah, I don't know.
We keep saying we're going to try to get healthy and we're going to do this. And just look at the bullshit we got to eat.
I know.
And then I look at
such a pain in the
Freebirds and I go,
yeah,
Freebirds is rad.
It's so good.
And I don't want to get Freebirds and have to get.
All you gotta do is just get the salad, and then they just wrap it in a tortilla.
No,
Casey came up with that last night. Here's a new bit where you go, what's the place that has the salad, but they'll put it in a tortilla for you? Like, what is that? It's like, oh yeah, that's Chipotle. Oh, okay, yeah. So I want that. I want the salad, but have them wrap it in a tortilla. That's a good bit.
That is a good bit.
And now, Jared Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show. It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jared Reddick.
Well, I was not ready with the continuing applause there, guys. That was, I don't even have it loaded up. I haven't even answered all of the
we have to clap at a different cadence, Sean, if you want it to sound more like one person.
Yeah, so you can, anyway.
Well, I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty damn good, I'm going to be honest. Hey, thanks, you guys. Welcome. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while since I could hold my head up here. Gosh, we have not done an episode
in 2 years.
Since February, is that right?
Yeah, and the magic of podcasts is that no one will ever know because they just still come out once a week.
Yeah,
but we haven't been together in a year and a half.
Yeah, it's really unbelievable. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little tired. Can you tell? I'm doing a lot of yawning. I've been listening to a lot of yawning.
Yeah, he was huge. Him and Kenny G.
Yeah,
back for a while.
Is that Kenny G? Yeah. Well, anyway, welcome to 5 questions. I was about to do like we were starting a podcast and like catch up, but see, that's how I'm just out of practice.
Eric, what have you been doing?
It's great to be here with you guys talking 5 questions about the movie Parenthood. With us today, man, one of our favorites, everybody. Jason Aylesworth is here. Give it up for Dr. Jason Aylesworth. And of course, everybody's favorite new dad, Gage Stricklin. Everybody, Gage Stricklin. And of course, never without her kitty.
I appreciate the restraint that you.
Oh shit! Somebody's at the door, guys.
Oh,
what is?
Someone have a grandfather clock in their house or something.
Get him! Get him!
No, someone rang the doorbell.
Oh, I thought that was here.
That sounded just like him. That little shithead dog.
Every time someone rings the doorbell.
Yeah, I used to have that, and I'm gonna be honest.
It's better when they go deaf.
I don't miss it. There's a few things that I don't miss about Allie. The poop and the pee. The poop is fine, actually. The pee is quite just a fucking whole thing.
Yeah.
And
Lots of urine. You're always talking about that.
Yeah. And just the goddamn fucking just barking at the door. All right. Anyway, we're talking about the movie Parenthood tonight. It's been a while since we've played 5 questions. So bear with me as if I forget the rules. Obviously, you guys know there's a very strict rule guide.
And you were always so good at the rules before we took a little
and
hiatus.
That's what I'm saying too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As well. Yeah. All right, guys. Here we go. Question number 1. In the movie Parenthood, Kevin was very excited to have what balloon making character?
Oh, yeah.
At his birthday party.
Good question.
Thank you. All right, guys. I'm going to go left to right as I see you. And so that brings Gage Stricklin up. Gage, what'd you got?
Cowboy Dan, gunfighting balloon man. I don't know if you can see that.
Melody, what'd you say?
Cowboy Dan.
Cowboy Dan. Jason Aylesworth?
Yeah, the gunfighting balloon man.
All right, there we go. Cowboy Dan. All right, guys, a bit of a tough question here for you. When Gary's room is searched and she finds the bag that he's been carrying around, she dumps it out onto the bed, and on the bed we see 3 VHS titles. 3 VHS titles that would be great disguises for the kind of filth that this poor kid was looking for. What are those 3 movie titles?
I knew somebody. I figured it would be Sean that would ask that, but...
Oh, did I steal your question, Sean?
Yeah.
I did have it, but then I was like, no, I'm going to go for something different.
Okay.
But yeah. Good job, Jarrett.
You don't sound so Shawnee
It's
today.
okay.
Oh, there you go.
There he is.
All right, guys. I've given you a little opportunity to write those down. Melody, you are up first. What you got?
I only do Back to the Future, so I guess Star Wars and Goonies.
Very good guess. Jason?
I paused it. I'm like, that's a Sean question. Dragnet, Back to the Future, and Great Outdoors.
All right. And Gage?
All I knew was Back to the Future.
My goodness. All right. Well, Jason Aylesworth, you are correct.
Important question in the chat. Do you guys like otters?
I love otters.
Yeah. They hold hands when they sleep.
They're so cute.
They're so cute.
Yeah, I like those things. They have them at the aquarium. I like to sit and watch.
They have sharp teeth, but I think I'd take my chances, you know?
Yep, me too.
Jason has 2, Gage with 1, Melody with 1, and that leads us into the next question. Also about that same scene, guys. In heavy metal, the big 4 are Slayer, Metallica, Anthrax, and Megadeth. What 2 of those bands were represented in Gary's room in one way or another?
Man.
The big 4 are Slayer, Anthrax, Megadeth, and Metallica. Which 2 of those bands were represented
Sean,
in one way or another
with that assessment
in Gary's room?
Of the big 4? Or are you mad that Cinderella's not one of them?
And they're actually saying, do you know that they're saying, like, if it were the Big 5, Testament, which was my favorite band, would be the 5th because they've sold 15 million records.
Well, that's not, you've sold 10 times that many.
No, I've sold 7 million, I believe.
Total?
Yeah, total.
Forever?
I think so.
Man, that sounds
that
like
might be
baloney.
incorrect.
That sounds low.
I think that's low.
I'm going to look it up.
So low.
No.
Just the lowest.
No.
Just knowing what you've put out there, it seems like it would be more than that.
I don't think it is, guys. I don't think it is. But you know
how
what?
do they calculate that by like streams and stuff? Because that
Yeah, that's a whole
doesn't-
thing. Yeah, that's a whole thing. So yeah, you
okay,
gotta.
so maybe if you take those two things combined.
Yeah. Well, that is not our question here. Jason, which two of the big four were represented?
I had to take a guess on the second one, so I went Anthrax and Megadeth.
All right. Gage, what did you say?
I went with the other two, Metallica and Slayer.
All
I
right.
have no idea.
And then what did you say, Melody?
Anthrax and Megadeth.
All right. Jason, what did you say again?
Anthrax and Megadeth.
Yeah, that's the correct answer. Melody and Jason, Anthrax. There was a sticker on the door, Anthrax. It said not. Their big thing was not. And then a Megadeth thing on there. Not. Jason 3, Melody 2, Gage with 1. You guys are playing great. And my God, are my questions fantastic today.
Good.
All right,
Took
guys.
lots of notes.
Question number 4 will, of course, be about the movie Parenthood.
Cartoon dog that kind of always talked like
Ooh,
that. What was his
Droopy.
name?
Droopy.
Flair.
Hiya, kids!
He can do this thing with his cheeks that I can't
Yeah.
do. Like, and I can't.
It's almost like
It is on my But the bad guy's name was Slick, so he'd be like, "Thick going down." Remember he worked the elevator.
manual elevator.
Yeah, like going up.
I forgot about that thing.
I love Droopy. I love Droopy. Droopy. Okay, guys. Question number 4 will, of course, be from me, and it will be about the movie. Parenthood. All right, guys. Okay. In the movie Parenthood. You ready for this shit?
Ready when you are.
How much does Larry actually owe the bookies? Gage, you are up first. What you got?
26,000.
Melody.
26,000.
And Dr. Jason Aylesworth.
26,000.
Of course. 26,000, guys. Very good. All right, guys. Here we go. This is it for me. Dr. Jason Aylesworth with 4, Melody with 3, and Gage with 2. This will be my final question for you guys. And here we go. All right, guys. In the movie Parenthood, what? I'm sorry. I can't fucking think of one. Hold on just one second. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well,
I'll give you a topic.
Okay. Otters. More about otters.
Early Hungarian cabinet making.
I prefer postmodernist Hungarian cabinet making, if I'm being real honest.
Which I
I
understand.
think the golden years of like 1864 to 1878.
Right.
Probably. I mean, I guess an argument could be made.
Yeah.
That kind of the post-industrial 1931 to 1939 period.
Yeah.
Probably holds a greater place in the hearts of critics. But
Okay,
I
that
think
was
for
great.
people who purchase.
Okay, that's enough. All right, thank you, Eric, for
You're
that.
welcome.
All right, guys, here we go. Question number 5. When Larry gets home, he has to introduce. He does a terrible job of introducing Cool to the rest of the family. When he does finally tell them about where his son Cool came from, he had been living with a showgirl who was in what production? All right, Melody, what'd you say?
Elvis on Ice.
Okay, Jason?
Elvis on Ice.
All right, and Gage?
Elvis on Ice.
Wow, even with an infant, they all got it. That's right, guys. Jason, no surprise with 5. Melody doing great with 4. And Gage, a very, very impressive 3. And it is time now for...
Eric's off on attention again.
Joaquin Phoenix and Rick Moranis,
That was good.
who both starred in Parenthood, would later go on to voice the characters Kenai and Rut in what 2003 Disney animated film?
Okay, guys, let's go with the... what do we think? Jason, what you got?
I have 2 Mickey Mouse tattoos, and I finally get a Disney question. Brother Bear.
Very good, if that's right. Gage?
Yeah.
I went with Debbie Does Dallas.
All right, Melody?
I went with Brother Bear.
Brother Bear is correct.
Wow. That is really, really good. Well, this is pretty cut and dry where we're at, Melody. That was an amazing game. Unfortunately, you will not win today, but you can bask in the fact that you did not get the most incorrect answers out of everybody. Jason, all you can do is sit back, relax, and hope that Gage does not know the answer to Sean's super hard question. Gage, if you get this right, you win. If you don't get it right, you're not a loser, but you did not win, did ya?
It's time for Sean's question. It's the 7th question, and sometimes it's hard.
All right, Gage. 3 categories: Academy Awards, Reggie Jackson, John Hughes.
Academy Awards.
Parenthood's cast includes 4 Oscar winners and 2 Oscar nominees. Who are the 4 Oscar winners in Parenthood?
Congratulations, Jason.
Well, we know that the dad won one.
Jason Robards.
Correct.
Yeah, and then Larry won one for Amadeus. Am I right?
Amadeus.
He didn't. No.
That did win Best Picture, but I don't think he individually
did not win.
won.
Okay, who else?
It was Mary, Joaquin Phoenix, and Diane Wiest.
What did Mary Masterson win for?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look that part up.
What about Diane West? What did she win for?
No idea.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, thanks, babe. Oh, and and I can think of you while I drink it, too.
Is it the eyelashes?
Yeah, it's the
I love
eyelashes.
that cup.
Are you having wine, too? You're going to do what?
Champagne.
Oh, hey, and congratulations!
Yay, Jason! Oh, you idiots are still here?
Oh my God. Hey, that was a really good game. I you know what? I'm surprised that we made it through.
What do you have? What is going on over there?
It's fucking weird because basically I've got a new computer. And so I gave my old computer to. We just have fucking. Do you have this because? We know you have a fucking computer graveyard at your house.
Yes.
Too. And when they all get put into the same area, like nobody knows which charger is theirs, and it's just a whole goddamn thing. Anyway, I'm very proud of all of us for the seamlessity.
Oh,
Seamlessity, I think.
Seamlessity of that game. We all did a great job, especially me. That was.
I don't know. We should take 6 weeks off every week.
So fresh.
And also, you guys are like way funny. I fucking forgot that you guys are. But I was wondering why you thought there was champagne up here.
We've been doing that.
God damn it, Sean. You get one fucking job.
Sean has one job. You are funny, aren't you?
I'm killing it tonight.
Woo!
All right. Man, tonight might be a doozy. Y'all might want to hang out for this one. Hey, Gage, thanks for playing,
Congratulations on his 10th appearance today.
And oh my God, he won a freaking participants plaque.
Yeah.
And all the things.
Nice.
And that means that Melody is 2 away from that. And Jason working towards that 5th winner's plaque. Holy shnikes. We're going to catch up on that. It's my New Year.
No.
Sorry. All right. Anyway, we should get out of this. Thanks, you guys, for playing. And as always, you guys know we couldn't do this without you. So we really, really appreciate y'all. And it's good to be back. See you guys soon.
Hit the road, Jack.
Later.
Bye.
Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.